Happy Wednesday, Fathom, Colorado. It is Anna Kibble. I'm your district director here in Denver and Colorado Springs. And we are back with our Encompass Lending Group friend, Andrew Batson. Hello, Andrew.
Hey, great to see you again this week. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Just
Good.
uh,
Hey,
just
we
got
were,
back from Miami, and it was colder in Miami than it was in Denver.
it's
Crazy.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was looking at the forecast. I'm trying to get out if I'm feeling a little better. I've been under the weather here, but if I'm feeling a little better for a nice hike tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 65.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we definitely
How do
had
you
our share
remember?
of warm weather. So
It's crazy. Well,
good.
last week we chatted a little bit, and you had brought up the HomeSTART program through Encompass Lending Group. This is like the credit course that you're
Yeah.
offering. And I know I'm not describing it correctly because I just don't know enough about it. What give me a little overview. What can we expect with this?
Yeah, let's walk through that because
Yeah.
it's pretty cool if you think about it that Encompass Lending went out and hired a full-time employee that's an expert in sort of credit coaching and helping people raise their credit scores, Kim Craigmile, and she's incredible. And it's worth going to one of her presentations too to really dig deeper into this. Although I'm your point of contact, so anything that needs to happen I'll be handling for you all in Colorado. But she's incredible with the customers, and I'm not aware of any lenders that have anything like this. So I think it speaks to the whole partnership between Fathom and Encompass, where we really want to help the agents build a pipeline of borrowers. That if they're not qualified now, how great is it to have a pipeline of 10, 20, 30 people in your pipeline that are working towards home ownership? And so having a little longer term vision on that instead of just, oh, they're not qualified and move on to the next one. So I love it. And if you like, I'll share my screen as I walk through a few little things there for you too. So I can go
Yeah.
ahead and
Oh,
do
I'd
that.
love it. Go for it. Go for it. I'm thinking about a couple of folks in my pipeline right now too, who are, they're motivated. They're otherwise qualified. Like they have jobs, they have intentions on purchasing a home. Their credit's just not quite where they want it to be. Or I have somebody who's just young, and so they haven't really built any credit yet. Is that the kind of person who might be a good fit for this?
Yeah, absolutely. So um, it's not for the people that just they can't qualify because they don't have enough income. There's not a whole lot I can do with that. Like if they have enough down payment or they have a cosigner, obviously we want to talk to them. But this is really for those people that either have no credit or their credit's beat up and their credit score is too low. And we're having great success with it. Obviously, the home buyer has to be committed to making some changes in their life and getting things in order. But most people want to do that. They just don't know where to get started, and they need that coaching. So um,
Right.
I've shared my screen. Is that coming up okay for you? Can you see that
Yep.
I just shared it?
Yep.
Okay,
It looks good.
great. Now this you'll notice the site is yourwayloan.com. Yourwayloan.com is just sort of like my team name or my branch name, right? We're a division of Encompass. So I'm a little bit of a tech geek, so I love having my own ability to build websites and such. So this is just our branch or our division website for Encompass Lending Group. So we put this. We're going to rename it. We're just rebranding Consumer Credit Education Program to be HomeStart. So we'll rebrand our site as well. But this is just kind of a quick overview. I thought it's nice to have the visual here. Um, and again, the key is it's free, it's complimentary service, and it's personalized credit coaching. Just we don't use the term credit repair because most credit repair is a scam or they're doing things that are could get you in worse trouble, like where they're trying to, you know, take the shortcuts. This isn't the shortcut. This is personalized credit coaching to get that credit health, like get that credit report and that credit score up. Now, one of the things that's real important is in order to start this program, the home buyer needs to apply. They need to do a full loan application with me. We need to have all of the picture, right? So if you think about a typical loan application, it's bank statements, it's income, it's credit. Once we have the whole picture, then we kind of know where they land and how we can best help them. So it's not just pull a credit report and put them in the program. To be accepted into the program, they need to have a full application started with Encompass Lending.
That's great. I think that probably gives them a little more skin in the game too, because there's a little bit of work required on their side. I think it shows their level of commitment to actually making this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kim is reviewing every one of these files as their coach every 12 days, right? So if the borrowers, some of them don't graduate, some of them drop out and stop returning calls and emails, but for the ones that stick with it, the results have really been very, very positive, and dozens and dozens of cases where borrowers, home buyers that have come in, don't qualify to buy a house right now, that they graduate from the program and the Fathom agents are out selling them homes. And this program is also exclusive to Fathom agents. It's like you mentioned, it's a lot of time, right? So Kim is this expert. She's a full-time employee of Encompass, which obviously is part of Fathom, so really a Fathom employee. Um, but she can only handle so much. So yeah, they need a little skin in the game and be committed. So um, the first step is to talk to me. And of course, you can shoot me an email anytime, A Batson at Encompass Lending or Andrew at yourwayloan.com. And you can come to this website, yourwayloan.com/CCEP, or it'll soon also work at /HomeSTART. And we'll get them started. Talk to your client. If they can buy now, great. Sometimes people think they can't, and it turns out they can. But if they can't, then we'll talk about the sort of path to home ownership. Take their full loan application, gather the documents, get them in to our internal system. You can imagine, as a lender, we have software that tracks, the pipeline of all these borrowers. So when they apply online, it comes into that. The online application, by the way, is really good and very easy to use. It allows them to upload their documents. It walks them through a very simple application. So that part is quite streamlined. And then from there, the program is going to help them with a personalized credit improvement plan. So the coach is going to look at their credit, talk about what needs to change. It may be a case where they have legitimate items that are past due that need to be paid off. So coming up with a plan to get those paid off. In other cases, there may be inaccurate information, old medical information, where by writing letters, they can work to get inaccurate information removed from the credit report. And helping them understand the credit and what impacts things. It's funny that sometimes the things that a consumer will think will help them with credit, for example, oh, I closed all my credit cards. I only have one credit card, because that feels responsible. The problem is that credit card, maybe they pay it off, but it's maxing out each month. That might give you a worse credit score than having two or three cards and you're only utilizing a little bit of a percentage of that credit, card, right? Maximum, limit. So little things that just aren't something that are common knowledge, where they can help kind of understand the credit report and credit scores. So all of that education, coming up with the plan, and then sort of the ongoing coaching where they set repeat calls to review where they're at. And then, of course, we have the ability to update the credit report so that we can see how the changes are impacting their credit score. And so that's something that will happen. It usually takes about a week after the credit bureau's made updates until credit scores and everything reflect that. So sometimes there's inaccurate information. It's a quicker fix. A lot of times it's a months long process, but you can do a lot in 6 months. We've seen scores change a tremendous amount. So once your client's kind of enrolled in the program, I'm going to be keeping you updated, letting you know what's happening with it. Um, and so you'll get frequent calls from me so that you can, of course, in turn, stay in touch with your buyers. Nobody wants to go out and show houses to somebody that's not qualified. At the same time, you don't want to forget about them either. So you can, you'll have good information from us as to how things are going. And getting started, again, it's as easy on our website for our team here, yourwayloan.com, and you can refer your clients right there on the website, or call me anytime, 303-641-5058. Text that number, send an email, and we'll get them started.
I love it. I just pulled up your Way Loan website and bookmarked it so that I have that handy um to be able to send over. That's fantastic. Well, how long does it take once I refer a client to you and they fill out that loan app? How long does it take for them to then get into the program?
Oh, once they have a complete loan app and I've talked to them, so which if they're responsive could be the same day, then we'll get them enrolled in the program within a day. So they'll be enrolled, and it may take a couple days before they have their initial sort of coaching call, but it's quite process is very fast.
Okay. Awesome. If I'm working with somebody now who maybe has, um, put their process on hold, or they've talked to like a credit repair person in the past or something, and they're going to get started, with that loan app or getting started in the program, will they end up having to do a hard pull on the credit, or is it a soft pull? What impact does it have if maybe they've been doing this process somewhere else?
For doing this process, in order for us to be able to constantly get the updates and everything, we're going to do a full credit report like we would for an applicant. That's why we need the full application.
Okay.
Um, because then what we're able to do is once we've done the credit report, we're able to request those updates. Those don't cost anything and they don't count as a credit pull or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely not for somebody that's um, shopping around. Like they need to be committed, right? To like, okay, I'm gonna apply here. I know I'm not going to qualify right now, but we're going to get started and really stick with this.
Okay. Perfect. That's good to know.
Yeah, and that's an investment on our part. I mean, we spend tens of thousands of dollars a month just pulling credit for people, and we don't charge for that. So we don't charge up front for that. If they close a loan, there's obviously the credit fee.
Sure.
Um,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Awesome. Well,
it's good.
if you can, once we finish the video, if you'll put your contact information, if you can hop back in and add that as a comment, I think that was really helpful last week. And that way, if we have any questions, we can reach out to you directly.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, feel free to check out the Your Way Loan website too. We've got a number of tools and things like here. This mortgage calculator I actually built because again, kind of a geek when it comes to that, but it's pretty nice. Amortization schedules, whether you should refinance or not. So
Oh,
it's one of the better mortgage calculators that I've seen. Well, I mean, I built it because
okay.
the other ones didn't do what I wanted to do. So you can check that out. And then I guess while we're on the topic, and I've got my screen shared, I have another website that we built here called mortgagenews.org. And at mortgagenews.org, daily updates that I put together every day on what's happening with interest rates and what's coming up that can affect interest rates. And we even compare our rates to some of the big national lenders. You can see today, some of the rates there and kind of how we compare. It looks like, we're a little below USAA and quite a bit below Bank of America. So anyway,
Love it.
something to check out.
Andrew, if it works next week, can we hop back on and maybe take a look at some of the tools that we can use to help
Sure.
our clients?
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. 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 Well, thank you for that, my friend. I'm going to let you go today, and then we'll see you back here next week.
That sounds great. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. All
All
right.
right.
We'll see you soon.
You bet. Thanks. Bye.